Hi again, this is Andy, K4GKP, and welcome back to the Ham Whisper and Lesson 7 in the International Morse Code course. In this lesson, we're going to cover the letters P, C, and Q, and the number 3. Before we get into that, let's do a quick review of our previous lessons. Alright, in Lesson 6, we covered the letters H, B, F, and the number 9. Let's do a quick review just covering those letters. Alright, grab your pencil and paper and start copying. All right, what you should have copied was HH9, FB, H9, FF, BB, H9, FB. All right, with that done, if you had any trouble with that, go back to lesson 6 and review those letters. All right, let's try all the previous lessons, a quick review. All right, get ready, let's start copying. All right, what you should have copied in that run was EMNIATTOKWVV and 5-2. All right, if you had any trouble with that, go back and review. If not, let's move on to our first letter. All right, the first letter we're going to learn in this lesson is the letter P. Dit da da dit. P. P. Be sure to copy all these down. P. 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 The letter P. The letter P. P. All right, let's try a few words. Copy these down. All right, that was pants. P-A-N-T-S, pants. All right, let's try this one. All right, that was paint. P-A-I-N-T. All right, one more. All right, and that one was power. P-O-W-E-R, power. All right, let's do a little run featuring the letter P. All right, grab your pencil and paper and let's get ready for the run. Copy all these down. All right, what you should have copied was EPWIER, the number 8, PNPBGPFHPWVPI2P, the number 1, PTIKW. All right, how'd you do? If you had trouble with the letter P, go back and review. If not, let's move on to our next letter. All right, the next letter we're going to learn is the letter C. Da, dit, kind of rolls. The letter C. All right, copy all these C's down. C. 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 The letter C. C. The letter C. C. The letter C. 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 All right, let's try a few words with the letter C. All right, copy this one down. All right, that was can. C-A-N, can. All right, try this one. That's count. C-O-U-N-T. All right, one more. All right, now it's change. C-H-A-N-G-E, change. All right, let's go on to a little run with the letter C. All right, grab your pencil and paper and copy all these down. All right, what you should have copied down was CCANRSORTCCP8CPPC, the number 2, WCVC, PBC, P9CPC. All right, how'd you do? If you had any problems with that, go back and review. If not, let's move on to our last letter for this lesson. All right, the next letter we're going to learn is the letter Q. Da, 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 Q. This is an important letter in Morse code because of all the Q signals, which are abbreviations for longer meaning terms or statements. But Q is a very important letter, the letter Q. You'll see a lot of Qs. Q. Da, 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 Q. The letter Q. Copy all these down. Q. Q. The letter Q. 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 All right, to start off with the letter Q, let's do a quick Q signal that you'll hear a lot in Morse code. And it's a combination of the letter C and Q. And basically it's CQ, which means calling all stations. CQ. CQ. And you'll hear a lot of that in amateur radio especially. That's when you have an open station or an open channel and you're looking for somebody to talk to. You call CQ. All right. What other words do we know with the letter Q? Let's try this one. All right, that's quack. Q-U-A-C-K, like a duck, quack. All right, let's try one more. All right, that's quaint, Q-U-A-I-N-T, quaint. All right, let's do a little run with the letter Q. All right, grab your pencil and paper and copy all this down. This is the random run featuring the letter Q. All right, what you should have copied down was Q, Q, C, P, Q, D, E, I, P, Q, K, Q, P, C, 8, M, G, Q, C, S, D, C, Q, H, V, K, P, Q, C, U, W, 2, Q, D, C, I, U, R. All right, if you had any trouble with that, go back and review. If not, let's move on to the number for this lesson. All right, the number for this lesson is the number 3. Dit, 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 da, da. 3 dits and 2 das. 3. The number 3. Copy all these down. 3. The number 3. 3. 3. The number 3. 3. The number 3. Dit, 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 da, da. 3. All right, let's try a few numbers with the number 3. All right, copy these down. All right, that was 983. 983. All right, try this one. All right, that was 2,133. 2133. All right, one more. All right, that was 3,503. 3503. All right, now that we learned the number 3, let's move on to the random run for this lesson. All right, here's the random run for lesson 7. This is going to cover all the letters we've learned from lessons 1 through 7. When you're done with the random run, you can go to hamwhisper.com to check your answers. Just click on the Morse code tab at the top of the screen, the Morse code course tab at the top of the screen. Scroll down to lesson 7, go to the lesson 7 page, and the random run will be right there. So with that said, grab your pencil and paper, and let's get started with the random run. And that's the Lesson 7 random run. And now that you're done with the random run, go to hamwhisperer.com, check your answers. Once again, it's just find the Morse code course tab at the top of the page, scroll down to Lesson 7, click on the link, and it'll take you to the Lesson 7 page with the random run sequence right there. So until next time in Lesson 8, this is Andy, KE4GKP, saying 73, and I hope to hear you on the air soon.